Hi guys, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute since I was on YouTube, but I'm back with a hair video, okay? And I'm going to be talking about length retention tips. And the reason I'm going to be talking about this is because I did an Insta story on my Instagram, in case you're not following me, okay? My name is Sly Wanjera on Instagram. I'll put the handle somewhere. And I asked a question on my stories around what's the general amount of hair you lose on wash day, and I realized that most people are losing way more hair than they need to be losing in wash days or during their day-to-day like natural hair routine. And quite a number of them asked me to share some length retention tips, and that is why I'm doing this video. So I have 5 tips that I think are so crucial to ensuring that you are retaining as much hair as possible, because as long as you're not retaining your length, let me tell you, you're not going to see any length and you're going to feel like your hair is not growing. So let's get to it. First thing, please, what kind of products are you putting onto your scalp? Please, what are you applying on your scalp? If you're going to the salon and they're using shampoos that have sulfates in them or chemicals, please stop. If you have products that are chemical filled, please throw them in the trash can. Like, you have no business using that, especially if you want to see length, okay? Like if you're using products that are not nourishing to your scalp, because let me tell you, your hair growth is determined by the health of your scalp, the health of your shaft as well. So you need to ensure that the products that you're putting onto your scalp or on your shaft are very nourishing and they are promoting that thing that you're looking for, okay? So be keen. If a product has way too many ingredients in them and you can't even pronounce them, that's a flag, that's a red flag. Ensure you're using products that are free of sulfates, free of parabens, free of like chemicals that I can't even name. Eliminate products that are not helping your scalps. But be observant and keen to see how your hair is responding to the products that you're using, okay? Like, if you're applying an oil, why are you applying this oil? Is it because you saw someone on Instagram telling you should apply this oil, or is it because you know that your hair is low porosity or high porosity? So with this, I know that porosity is a very big term that maybe people feel like, this is too much information, but no, it's just how easily do you gain moisture? Does your hair gain moisture, and how easily does it lose this moisture, right? So if your hair takes time to dry out, like umeosha nywele alafu kesho bado iko wet, this means that your hair takes a lot of time to lose that moisture. That means that your hair has low porosity. And for this, you need to understand that if your hair has high porosity, and I'm talking about people who lose moisture very fast, like umetengeneza nywele asubuhi and then by jioni you look like your hair is brown, like the dust is overwhelming, like your hair just looks like it's dehydrated, it means that your hair is not retaining moisture. And for your hair to retain moisture, you need to have a very good sealant. And for this, I hope you know that oils are the ones that seal in your moisture. So it is oils or butters. Butters are thicker than the oils, and the reason why there are 2 types is because for people with low porosity hair, until your hair takes a lot of time to lose moisture, you just need a light oil to seal in the moisture that you put in, maybe using your conditioners or using your water. You need a light oil just to seal in, because you know your hair will not even lose that moisture. But if you have high porosity, meaning that your hair loses moisture quickly, you may need a thicker oil, or even something thicker like raw shea butter, or just any butter that works for you, to seal in this moisture, because your cuticle is losing moisture very, very fast. So please, if coconut oil is not working for you and everybody else in the world is saying that coconut oil is perfect, it doesn't mean that you need to use coconut oil. You should switch up. You should use a heavier oil, maybe black castor oil or avocado oil. Or if that doesn't work, you can switch to your butters. Raw shea butter is perfect. It's cheap and it works. I've never had anyone who even if you have like low porosity hair, shea butter would work well for you, because it's very light. Like, thick, but it's light. I don't know, but it works very well. So you're not condemned to using an oil. If it's not working for you, it's not working. So be keen, understand what your hair responds to. If your leave-in is not moisturizing your hair, abandon it, use another leave-in, try another leave-in. Just observe your hair, and you're better placed to know what works well for you. And your hair, just be able to know the difference between when your hair is dry and when your hair is moisturized. And also know that just because nywele ina shine na iko na mafuta, it doesn't mean it's moisturized. And if you need to know or to identify moisturized hair as opposed to greasy hair, let me know so I can talk about that at length. But yeah, always be keen and observe how your hair responds to certain products, right? That's my second point. Number three is techniques. And I'm not going to rush through this point. So for techniques, how are you handling your hair? How are you detangling your hair? How are you handling your hair every day before you go to work or to school or whatever, or wherever you're going? How are you handling your hair? There are techniques and there are ways in which you need to handle your hair. Our hair, I know it's kinky and it's thick and it's dark and it's big, but that does not mean that our hair is strong. Actually, our hair is very delicate and it's very weak. So it needs a lot of care when handling it, and you need to ensure that you're following through the right techniques while handling your hair, right? That is especially while detangling. Detangling is where people lose most hair. And kwa bafu, hiyo time unaosha nywele, how are you managing your hair? For me, I always ensure that I am preparing my hair before I shampoo. I don't, kama sahi nikitoanisha hii ban, I won't just go to the shower and just drench it with water and just start shampooing it and just, no. I will go and I will section my hair and I will pre-poo it. I will ensure that my hair is detangled before I shampoo it, because the minute you're just unapaka tu shampoo na nywele iko tu open, itashikana even more, because shampoos naturally just dry out hair, except some shampoos that are quite hydrating. So what are the techniques? Pre-poo your hair, detangle it before you start shampooing it, put it away in sections. Don't wash it when it's open. Even you can just wash it, you can just wash section by section. Unatoanisha, unaosha, una make sure iko safi, alafu you retwist. Una make sure iko safi, una retwist. Don't let your hair stay out open as you wash, so that by the time you're getting into the deep conditioning part, your hair is not that much tangled. Ndio sasa unapaka deep conditioner ama whatever conditioner you're using. If it's a rinse out conditioner, you apply section by section. Sisi sio wazungu. There's no day you're going to apply conditioner on your hair and then you start combing it out. You need to start detangling your hair from the from the ends going up, to ensure that you're eliminating those big knots and those big tangles pole. Please don't rush your detangling process. Don't comb your hair from the roots going up. Don't do that. Always handle your hair in sections and be very attentive. Don't just comb it out when it's dry. Ensure that it's moisturized when you're combing it out, because when it's dry, of course it's brittle, so it's going to break out. It's going to break a lot. So to prevent this, ensure you've hydrated it using water. Just spritz some water on it. Apply a bit of conditioner if it is still detangled. If water makes your hair shrink down, just apply conditioner on it and then comb it out, and then now go in and shampoo your hair. When you're shampooing your hair, ensure you're shampooing your scalp a lot. Don't shampoo using your nails. Use the tips of your fingers. These tips, they sound like just kidogo, but they come in they really make a difference. So ensure you're shampooing your tips and you're not over, usioshe nywele ni kama ni jeans. Ati unapaka shampoo unafanya nywele hivi na unaanga kwa salon. Hivyo ndio tulikuwa tunashwa kitambo, unaoshwa nywele hivi ni kama ni nguo wanafua. Don't do that. Shampoo is just for the scalp, and the remaining shampoo will just run through your hair and clean your hair. You don't need to overwash your hair. Another thing, when you're styling your hair ama when you're moisturizing, now that is after you've washed your hair, are you using the LOC method or are you using the LCO method? People are different, so of course you're not condemned to just using the LCO method. Always select a method that works for you. So for me, mostly, I don't even know I alternate them, but what I know is that for LOC, that means it's a liquid first, that's your water or your leave-in conditioner. See, that's your leave-in or your liquid, that is water. That's what the L stands for. For your O, that is your oil. You will see in that moisture, because our moisture comes from water and conditioners. So your leave-in is the moisturizer. So you'll go in with your oil to seal in that moisture and your EC evaporate. That is the LOC method, of which you will follow up with a cream. That is your C, a cream or a custard or a butter, whatever your C stands for, that you're using to style your hair. So you go in with that cream and then you will now twist your hair. Okay, that is your styler, that is your LOC method. For the LCO method, there are people who prefer this, and that is your leave-in or your water, and then you apply your cream or your custard or whatever it is that you're styling your hair with, and then you go in with an oil. Most of these stylers are moisturizing, so you go in with your oil and just seal in all that moisture, and then now you twist. Those are the two methods. What are you doing? That is how you layer your product. That is how you style your hair. And if you need in-depth information on this, of course, just comment down below and tell me. But I'm going to just share information on that over time, and you will see this. If you don't have any idea on how to style, I will talk about this, of course, in other videos. I hope that's clear. The techniques are very, very important. Detangle in sections, detangle your hair with a lot of patience. Be keen from your ends to your roots. Don't just comb your hair out. I hope that's very clear. That's a very, very crucial part of your routine, and it's the one area where people lose a lot of hair. So kindly pay attention to that point. For your protective styles, sasa utosha nywele alafu style alafu kai another 2 weeks or 1 week or 1 month before you wash your hair again. The style that you're wearing, ensure that it is very, very low manipulative. Don't be fooled that kwenda huko kuvurutwa nywele, unaambia mtu akushuke mpaka hizi nywele ati ndio zishike ndio ukue neat ndio ukae sijui nani. Ati that is protective styling. That is not protective styling. You're putting a lot of tension on your scalp, and this leads to a lot of hair loss and a lot of breakage. And during the day you're undoing your hair, you're going to lose a lot of hair because it was so much pulled. So you don't need to be doing high tension styles. You have no business doing high tension styles, especially if you're beginning and you're trying to grow out your hair. You have no business. Normalize wearing your hair out. Normalize wearing your hair in twists, matuta. There's nothing wrong with that. Kwanza hii time ya quarantine, kaa tu na matuta zako hata 2 weeks. There's some clients of mine that I do that for, like now I cut twist, now wanakata 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then they go back again. That is how you manage your hair. If you're not about that life, do some very low tension cornrows, do your crochet, get a wig. Just ensure you're not putting a lot of pressure on your scalp. Okay, that's very, very serious. Hata hiyo kitu ya kushika bun. Unaona hivi venye nimeshika bun? I don't do this all the time. I know I'm in buns a lot, but I'm not in buns a lot. Because kama sahi, I feel like there's a lot of tension hapa, and it's not a lot. To the normal person, it's not a lot, but to me, I feel just it's a bit much. So if you do this every day, if you're wearing a bun for 2 weeks, and you're pulling and you're pulling and you're brushing and you're brushing and you're putting gels and you're putting gels and you're just training your edges and your uku, hizi nywele za uku, of course over time you're going to experience a lot of hair loss uku kwa hairline, and you're going to shed hata uku kwa crown. If you're pulling your hair a lot every day, you will experience breakage around that area. So I would really recommend that you stick to your low manipulation styles, and over time your hair will thank you. Trust me. Trust me, your hair will thank you. Last but not least, and I know this seems like it's nothing, and I know it seems like nothing, but please wear your satin bonnet. Wear a silk scarf or a satin bonnet to sleep. You're spending 8 hours in bed. rubbing your hair on cotton the whole night, of course you're leaving your hair on your pillow. Over a period of 6 months, you're going to realize that nywele yangu imeangi. Take care of your hair during the night. Hata kama unaitengeneza during the day, at night is when it's most crucial, because that is when your hair is exposed to a lot of dryness, especially kwa easy fabric cotton. Also, don't use towels to wipe your hair after washing. Use a cotton, use like a t-shirt, a very light t-shirt that is not like stripping your hair. Don't use towels, or use use microfiber towels that are very, very smooth to just drain your hair of that excess water. I hope these tips are helpful. I hope you implement them, because I'm promising you that that's the only thing you need to do to ensure that your hair is growing and that you're seeing length, because everybody's hair grows. The rate at which your hair grows is what differs, because mine, for example, I believe my hair grows quite fast. There are people who take a much longer time to grow their hair, but everyone's hair is growing. If you want to go the extra mile of taking supplements, by all means, but you can consult someone who is a professional. I don't have much info on that, and I've not used supplements myself, but I have heard about them and I hear that they work. And if you're open to that, you can always consult and look for supplements. Now that is all I can share with you, and I believe that these are very, very important tips, and they may sound kidogo, but they really make a huge impact. Of course, consistency and patience are the things I will not talk about, but you need to be consistent, you need to be patient. So do the work if you want to see growth, if you want to see length, if you want to see progress. Okay, so that's all I had for this video. I hope you learned something, and I'm going to keep coming back. I'm back, okay, and I'm back with the hair video, and I have a lot more in store for you guys. So subscribe, share this video, comment, like, tell me what you think, and let's connect through our beauty, please. Let's connect. Thank you. Bye.